trying to be great. It could be trying to be bad, but it's not. It's trying to be great. So help it to be great. We're drinking, we're smoking, fornication.
Yeah.
It's a sin of life. Bayka is not the kitchen. It's the dough, the money, pounds, peas. I've been a big man from a kid, bro. From I was 16, I've been by myself most of the time.
Straight.
15. Humility, conquer anything, and love. Now I keep in my mind that, yo, don't let anything stop you, bro. Like, get up. Even when you don't feel like to, just get up and do what you have to do. Even if you don't win the main prize, you still won. From you have people listening to your music and supporters gathering for you, like you're winning. It may be good to the streets because a war and a war.
SK Vibemaker.
SK Vibemaker. My interviews are hotter. Bayka is in the building.
One SK, no boy. Vibes we are build.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man, we are build our vibes.
Now I want to get to some of the fundamentals, man. A lot of people are finding out about you. The name is Bayka. It's not spelled Baker, but it alludes to maybe, when you hear it phonetically, that maybe you were like kind of good in the kitchen, like maybe baking cakes and baking food and that, man. No. Give us the understanding of the name for those that need to know, man.
I don't like kitchen, my dog.
You don't like the kitchen?
I like kitchen. My do I want different type of do when me I think about baker, you see.
Straight.
Yeah, because even in the song where the name come from, like a baker, we need to do. If you really listen to that, then you say I want different type of do that, is it. And I cook where I cook. Yeah, man. Money we are deal with, is it. Mob, moon boss. No boy.
Straight.
Go for them.
To those that understand that, they understand.
Yeah, my own boss, Mob, M-O-B. No boy. Bayka is not the kitchen. It's the dough, the money, pounds, peas.
Massive pounds and peas. I feel like you got a few British friends, maybe. Like, do you have some connections out here?
Yeah, man. Big up J1, my brother. You know.
I said my brother. You caught a few little slangs and that, yeah?
We all learn. If you're there out a little longer, man, I'll get your accent.
I don't feel like that accent you got's gonna be going anytime soon, to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go on.
Now, as a new generation artist, you know what I mean, coming from Jamaica, reggae dancehall music, people always like to make comparisons. Some of them are lazy, some of them are warranted. I feel like a lot of people have made comparisons between the sound of your voice with Skeng. Have you heard those comparisons thus far? And how do you feel about those comparisons, man?
No, we not there for feel about it. No, we not there for feel about it. You see it, cause this is my voice. You see it, and the dog a theme voice, and Bunty a theme voice too. So no really, no, we not there for feel about it. You see it, just like me as a youth, they think say Shabba sound like, or Buju sound like. I have a song up to this day, I think Buju sing it, and it's not Buju's song. So, that's a normal comparison. There's no way to feel about it, Music speak for itself, and if you listen to it, you can see are two different music. Is it two different sound? Yeah,
everything's blessed between you and Skeng.
Yeah, I'm a dog. That. Yes, how did sound? Name Culture Clash Red Bull. Yes, we go shake
brought you out.
Yeah, problem
in the UK.
Problem, man.
Yeah,
man.
Never any friction or anything like that.
No, bro. Skeng, I'm a dog, like my brother. For real, you see, dog is up in a spirit. You see, him know Zimmy and him know the whole team. You see, they're like one connection.
That's good to hear, man.
Unity in our young gens, in our younger youth, in our dancehall. You see, unity.
Do you feel like there's a lot of that unity amongst the new generation of reggae dancehall? Because sometimes it's not a lot of collaborations happening.
No, we have collabs, but it's just strategy. Because we just don't throw them out. Me and Raja Wild already released some. Craft and Skeng already released some. I know they have more. Me and Raja have more. Me and Nigeria have songs, but we have to know how to release the songs. Now we getting older in our careers. It's not just let's shoot a video and have fun and drop it. No, we have management showing us the way and showing us the proper business practices. So that's just the only reason why people would not see more collaborations, but this year definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Now, we just touched on the unity amongst like the new reggae dancehall artists. Skeng brought you out at the Red Bull Culture Clash right here in London in the UK. That is clashing at its essence, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
artists going back to back, calling out each other. It gets very raw, it gets very rude.
Yeah, man.
How does Bayka react to being called out by other artists? You know what I mean? Like a clashing thing. I don't know if it's happened thus far, but how do you respond to that, man? How do you deal with that?
We did anything rough and just deal with it. Yeah, we don't make it things deal with we deal with things. So it don't really matter the situation or what. We're always prepared, we're born ready. You get me? So clashing is a part of even our culture too. So we grew up and see that. So you don't know extra ready because we don't see it and know all of what it comes with. You know, we're watching legends like Ninja Man and all of them, man. The bounty we kill up on a clash too. You know, we have some I'll keep preach bad too. Yeah, you have some holy man we I kill up on clash. So yeah, you know.
So you're alright with the clashing though, because some artists they take it very personal and they take it to the streets. They can't keep it on the songs. You know what I'm saying? On the tracks. You're alright with that,
but
yeah?
It's naturally it maybe go to the streets because a war and a war, but you know, it's just a balance to everything in life. You get me? So yeah, from you just keep the balance. We're not promoting a war and you know, but nothing wrong with little friendly competition.
Straight, a little friendly fire.
Yeah, friendly fire.
Straight.
Shoot off a 2-boy and thing. Yeah, nah, man.
There's been a lot of fanfare, a lot of discussion about, you know, the evolution of reggae dancehall and the current status of the sound and the popularity. What's your take on the current status of reggae dancehall in the whole scheme of the worldwide music?
Yeah, the sound has changed, yes, but everything in life has changed as we know it. So, you know, it's just to change with it and to get with it. To me, you know, it's not bad music. It's good music. Music is supposed to make you happy. You know, music is supposed to help you to express yourself, and it does that. You get me? The new age music does that. So I don't see what is the problem. Yeah, but we just enjoy. Everybody should just enjoy music. If you don't like this song, skip it. You like that one? Play it. But you know, don't chastise and bring down something that is trying to be great.
Everyone's got
it's
a choice.
Just trying. It's trying to be great.
Real talk.
It could be trying to be bad, but it's not. It's trying to be great. So help it to be great, not to be bad.
Of course.
Yeah.
I should have said from the beginning, man, there's a couple of dubs that you vocaled for me and I'm very thankful.
Yeah.
Very thankful. I don't know if you remember, you know what I'm saying, but I'm very thankful for those.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
At least, man, my God, man. Blessings, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Now I want to talk about some of the connections that you have with the UK already. The Fanatix has produced for you. You've collaborated with Steph London.
Yeah, man.
M1llionz, M1llionz.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? Some of them,
millions.
like, you know, some people have heard some people ain't heard some of them. And I know that you're out here in the UK working as well. Talk to me about that connection with the UK artists and how much you're aware of what's going on over here musically.
Yeah, you know, I just found out that, you know, Bayka has a strong support from the UK, you know, from my co-workers. And, you know, we just made the most of it and gave back the energy that where it was given, you get me? So, yeah, big up Mayela, big up M24, M1llionz, Get Alive. You see it. Big up the whole massive, man. Yeah, man. Me and UK, you know, we have a connection and we just hope to bring it forward and get more collabs and push the music further. Bridge the gap between, you know, dancehall and England, the UK culture.
Straight. Yeah. How did you connect with the Fanatix, man?
Zimmy just made the connection and from that, it's like every rhythm him send bad, so we just work together. Yeah, big up Fanatix.
What about M1llionz and M1llionz? How did you connect with M1llionz, man?
Yeah, me and M1llionz been a connect long time, you know. It was just for me to get into the UK or the dog to come to Jamaica. So, you know, we've been connecting, you know, communicate on the phone. And when I reach, you know, we just connect and continue, you know. Watch a Champions League match and just hold a vibe, you know. Yeah, man. And
man
just make the connection stronger now, you see it. So when the dog touch on the ground now, same for same, you see it. Yeah, my bro.
You say watch a Champions League game, you enter your football.
Yeah, man.
Premier League, real football we're talking.
Big up my baller.
Yeah?
No boy to my baller, Bailey.
Who's your baller?
Bailey, man. Liam Bailey, man.
Liam Bailey.
Man.
Yeah, big
no
up
boy
Liam
to
Bailey,
my
man.
baller.
Yeah,
man.
You speak to him?
I'm a friend.
That's your friend?
Yeah, man. My baller, I'm a friend, you see it.
Straight.
Yeah.
What team you support, man?
I don't really support a team, you know. I support my baller. See, me go watch Aston Villa, I want them win, obviously. I'm a baller.
Yeah. Stay up, man. Love that, man. I love that. We already spoke about, you spoke about artists being signed to a major, independent, the numbers game and all that kind of stuff. As a newer generation artist, what do you feel of like being some of the biggest challenges making a breakthrough?
Yo, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna really look upon challenges like challenges. I feel like if you're doing something and you don't have challenges, something is wrong. You see, everything that you do gonna have obstacles, bro. So even when we in the studio recording and the song have voice and it bad and the computer like stop working all of a sudden, we just use that as motivation. We're like, yo, get this shit working now. Because, we need to voice this song. It's a sign to tell us finish this thing now and get it out. So, yeah, bro, I don't look at challenges, bro. I just sing music and try to live good, bro. Yeah, bro.
I like your positive, perspective on challenges, because we all face that as creatives.
Yeah.
But, acknowledging some of the challenges, like even the way that you've dealt with them, overcome them, what have been some of them, though?
Yeah, man. All right. People are going to always try to fight what's good, And me use humility. You get me? Remain humble at all times. You see it. I saw fans are turning it away, right? Them principle they were instilling on me from a youth. I just always try for me. Now I say me always maintain them, But yeah, we try our best. You see it. Yeah, man. Humility conquer anything. And love. You see it. Humility, love. Cause I see them hand in hand. You see it. Yeah, man.
I love the fact that humility and humbleness is one of your mantras that you live by.
Yeah, man.
Listen, man, I'm not saying I'm watching you like that, but we can see that the man, the gal them like him. Let's put it like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, boy.
Yeah, we could, you know what I'm saying? So how do you remain focused and manage to not get so entrenched in all of that as a new artist and stay focused on your music rather than the trappings of excessive women, drinking and smoking and drugs, excessive spending? How do you navigate through that, man, when your status rises?
I'm sure. Or when are you not talking no?
I'm talking as your status has risen. I'm sure the place that you're in now is way different to where you were 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And along that journey, there's been more women, more money, more options for drinking and drugs, excessive spending. How have you navigated your way through that, man, and managed to stay focused on the music and the path?
I know that with money comes everything, right? And with that said, if you have money, you get everything. So I don't try to focus on what is not money. I focus on money. And by focusing on money, I work hard. So that's just simply it, bro. You get me? Yes, man. It's not complicated, man. Because if you waste your time on the other parts of life, you're not getting money. And if you're not getting money, you're not getting girls.
Straight up.
So yeah, that's how I deal with it. I just try to stay focused on the work. Work and focus.
So as you're staying focused on the work and the music, and the status rises, and the women them are just there in a larger quantity, how'd you stop the women from madding you up, man?
No girl can't mad me. Mad.
Listen, the strongest man has got madded by a woman. You know what I'm saying?
No, we mad girl. Get me, bro? Yeah, we know. We don't take no talk from woman, man.
How you stay focused?
Take care of them.
How you stay focused? Stay focused, man. There's a lot of women around.
Yo, I'm puff my weed, drink my liquor, and ignore. See, I'm blind here and there. That's what I do, bro. And I focus, bro. I have a big family, bro. I have a big family. I have a big team, bro. And that's a lot of responsibility, bro. Yeah, bro. And I've been a big man from a kid, bro. Basically. Yeah, from I was 16, I've been by myself most of the time. Straight. 15, so that helped to give me a sense of maturity. I've been around older people all my life, so that's the other things. That's what gave me the wisdom to can tell you to focus on money and not women, because it's the same thing. It's literally the same thing.
Survival.
Women need money. You have to support a woman. So what are you gonna do? Focus. Get this bread.
Let's talk about this sinner life mentality that you have, man, because a lot of people might hear your music and you're talking about sinner life. And sinner life sounds very dark, sounds very ungodly. Some people understand, your mantra, but break it down to people that need to understand the sinner life
gosh,
mentality.
man, ungodly you go. Tappy, man. Come on.
I gotta be
Never
honest,
say
man.
that, man.
I gotta be honest.
No, man, it's a party vibe, bro. It's a party vibe, and you know that's why I did say, "Jah beg you watch over us as we smoke up and drink up." You see it, cause you know we all have a party. Not saying it's the right thing, but we all have a party, so it's not ungodly. It's just the party vibe translating in sinner life. You know, we drinking, we smoking, fornication.
Yeah.
It's a sinner life, so yeah.
You know, people are gonna pull you up on it. I understand it. I listen to a lot of your music, but people are gonna hear sinner life, sin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cause we first say sinner life, and we come with that whole sinner life thing. Yeah. But you know, at the end of the day, we are God fearing youth, like for real. Like God put which power with it, but that no means that we not sin. You see, we have to see, we have to do what we have to do, born in a sin. So yeah, I just really that we not really. We now push the narrative. I say, oh, youths, a sinner life are the way and thing. But just know, say, if you sin, you have to pay for that. See it, so it's good. But there's no say, everybody sin, you're born in it.
Real
so
talk.
it's fine.
Real talk. So you spoke about the fact that you've been kind of by yourself since 15, 16. You know what I mean? How did you manage to elevate from those challenges and maybe, you know, the street life and elevate to a professional life of music, man, above board and all of that stuff? How much of a challenge was that, man? How did you manage to do that?
Yo, you have to stay firm. You know, Jamaica is a place where you have to stay firm at all times. Easy to get discouraged, but I just try to keep it on my mind. You know, I keep in my mind that, yo, don't let anything stop you, bro. Like, get up. Even when you don't feel like to, just get up and do what you have to do. So, you know, I've always been excelling in everything that I've done in life because I try to keep that mantra, bro. I try to keep my energy, bro. You get me? Protect my energy.
Listen, growing up in Spanish Town ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? There's some nice parts, but there's some...
Yeah, I didn't really grow up in Spanish Town. I spent a part of my life there, but, you know, I grew most like in Kingston. Yeah, in the Uptown region, bro. Yeah.
More lavish life, is that what you're saying?
No,
Uptown.
no. No, Uptown, bro. We call it up. Yeah, I live Uptown now, but you know, we call a different side of the world Uptown as well. You know, common sense, you're on that side. We call that Uptown, but it's not really Uptown. You know, but one day we will build it up pretty like Uptown. Yeah.
I mean, how much of a grapple was it avoiding that street life and making that consume you, man?
You're off, bro. But you have to pick. It's either you pick the streets, you know, the streets come with, or you pick something else. You have to choose, bro. You know, and Jamaica doesn't make it really easy either, because in Jamaica you really have to have that part of street thing there, boy. If you really excel, because the street intertwine into everything. You get me? So yeah, bro.
Now, interestingly, your track Tokyo, I like the original, but you have an Amapiano remix. Yeah, South African vibes. How did that Amapiano remix come about, man? Are you a avid listener of Amapiano and possibly Afrobeats as well?
Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha sent it, and I was like, yo, yeah, because I was introduced to Amapiano by Shantoni, that's one of our local DJs. Yeah, and I love the vibe, you know. He was like rebuilding some other songs. But when Gotcha sent mine, I was like, hey, yo, this is it. Yo, this is the vibe, bro.
That was your introduction to Amapiano, yeah?
Yeah, my friend Shantoni, he was the one who introduced me. A local DJ. He plays, you know, at most of the big events. He was the one who was in the studio one day. I heard him playing the vocals alone for a song. I don't remember the song right now. And then I saw him put the rhythm around it. I was like, yo, that's crazy. And it was like, yo, this is the new wave. Amapiano. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, it's running a lot in the UK and in Europe, man. That's what their vibes into.
Yeah, you told me, and I got on it, you know. Tokyo, what the vibes in this. Yeah.
Do you listen to much Afro beats and stuff? Is that on your radar? Do you listen to many of the artists?
Yeah. Burna Boy, all of them. Yeah, you know. But I mostly listen to Burna Boy. You get me? Because I can understand him more. Yeah, because I don't really understand most of the African dialect, but the way how Burna Boy delivers the song allows me to understand it. Yeah.
Listen, man, it's not about divide. I very much believe in unity, but there has been a big argument about Afro beats putting reggae dancehall in the shadows, whereas before there was a time when everyone just used to listen to reggae dancehall. Afro beats come on the scene, and more people are splitting, dividing maybe what they're listening with lesser reggae dancehall and more Afro beats. There's space for both. But do you feel like there's an argument that Afro beats has put reggae dancehall in the shadows over the last 5 or so years?
Well, numbers don't lie, you get me. But there's a time for everything. Everybody has their time, you know. There's a time for everybody. Yeah, so, you know, if the number is bigger for the time being, you know, so be it. But we still have people enjoying the music. So that is what really matters. From people are enjoying the music. That is what really matters, bro. Yeah.
A juggernaut of dancehall is Vybz Kartel, man. He's locked up. Everyone knows that he was locked up for quite a few years, and now he's free. He had the big show. You know what I mean? He's been doing a lot of like interviews and all that kind of stuff. How much did Vybz Kartel mean to you? Did he make a big impact on you as you was growing up? Like, was it an artist that you listened to quite extensively?
Yeah, man. Yeah, Vybz Kartel, I have to listen to Kartel, you know. We listen to Kartel, we listen to the whole yards, you get me? The whole dancehall. You don't know. You have Tony and the whole of them, man. We listen to the whole of them. You see, Kartel influence, it speaks for itself, you get me? But you don't know. We listen to everybody at the big up at the said way. You see, in Jamaica, I feel like people feel like we not really, like, we really live as one.
Yeah.
It maybe not seem like that on the social sometimes because you always see arguments and craziness.
Yeah.
You get me? But, you know, yeah, man.
I feel like you're somewhat of a student, man. There's newer artists that I talk to, and sometimes they, you know, they don't really want to give respects to the old school. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like you're definitely a student of the game. Is that true?
Yeah, definitely. You know, me and Dona even dip on a show about Antigua, big energy, same thing. You know, always trying to learn, bro. Watching him record and seeing what's different from his recording sessions from mine. You know, always trying to learn, bro. So it's nothing to pay Vybz Kartel respect or to pay I don't have to pay my father respect. Like it's nothing. Or Bunty, like those are the persons who did it before us and set the foundation. So that's nothing, bro. Big up.
Real talk. Now, I don't want to put you on the spot too much, but maybe today I want to ask you, regardless of genre, an album or a project that had a big influence on you and why?
And big influence, would I say, I don't remember the name of the album. That's the problem. That's why I'm taking so long.
Yeah.
What's the name of the project where the dog recording a one day? Like, yeah, Kingston Story. Guys, an actual story. I heard that he recorded everything in one day.
Put on record the artist and let everyone know.
Yeah, Vybz Kartel, man. No, man. Vybz Kartel record the album in a one. No, I think everybody know that. You know,
Kingston Story.
It's a big, it's a big thing. You get me? But you know, me as a young artist, I'm like, yo, I'm not even finishing my songs. But you know, but that was like years ago, maybe a year ago or two. So I was like, yo, I need to get better at this, bro. You know, and I attempted that as well, to record, see how many songs I could record in a day, you know, and I got close to the figure, if not even past the figure. So yeah, that's what had a big impact or influence on my music career. It allowed me to improve my work rate. You get me?
Crazy to record an album in a day.
Yeah, I did it. It's crazy, bro. And it all good songs too. So yeah, it's crazy, bro.
I want to get down to it, man. Like, what are some of the things that you like and dislike about the music industry, man? Speak your mind.
There's nothing that I like. That I dislike.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, you're being PC, man.
Nah, I'm telling
There's
you.
There's nothing that you dislike about the music industry,
bro. I keep a high spirit, bro. I'm just grateful to
Positivity
be in
all
the
the
industry.
Way.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, that's it, bro. I try to enjoy myself in the industry. It's a very enjoyable industry. You just have to know how to do it, bro, and just to remain humble and just work.
Some people might talk about, you know, the numbers. People hate like the numbers that are like very visible and like have people comparing artists. People talk about the comparison culture with, like, you know what I mean, artists being compared. People talk about maybe the fakeness in the music industry. These are things that you just brush off your shoulder, I take it then, yeah?
Yeah, bro, because at the end of the day, bro, we have a job to do, bro. We need to get the music to the world. We need to build the best songs in the studio. We need to create the best moments for our supporters. So these are the things that I focus on, bro. I have no time for the. Yes, they are there, but I have no time for that. I don't focus on it. I try to soak up the good.
Straight up.
Yeah, bro.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time musically, man, career-wise? What do you hope to achieve in 10 years?
Mastering my craft, you know. Every aspect of music, especially the live aspect, you know. Doing stadiums, bro. Yeah. Singing world songs for everybody. Bringing people together. Big energy.
Do you see yourself compromising, or do you see yourself experimenting much? Like, would you work with an artist all the way over there, like a Dua Lipa or a Taylor Swift or something like that?
Give me Tyler too. Yeah, you know, I'm always experimenting in the studio. If you listen to even my project, Mob Tie is my first project. There's loads of experimental things on it.
You got no problem with that?
No problem.
You do some electronic music?
Yeah, 32 is a reggae trap beat. You ever heard that before?
Yeah.
Reggae trap beat.
Yeah. Well, it's the evolution of the sound, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a reggae. It's like reggae strings and it's a trap beat. So you know, I've never heard it personally before. You know, that's what I asked.
Yeah, with Protege.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I've heard Protege do that a little bit still.
Oh yeah. I need to listen to that then. Yeah, I've never heard that before.
So long-term ambitions?
I think it's the same for all musicians, bro. Yeah, the Grammy.
The Grammy, yeah?
Yeah, bro. Like everybody wants a Grammy. Everybody wants the top prizes of the music. So it's just all the same, bro. The most streams, the biggest songs. I want everything.
It's interesting here when you talk about the Grammy, because I feel like we are definitely entering a phase where people are sort of debating about the validity of award show ceremonies, especially when it gets quite political. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like an artist will be awarded this award and it makes it seem like they're better than everybody else, but only one artist can win. And sometimes it's not even a voting process, not saying that's the right process, but a committee that decides.
But that's what I love about music. Even if you don't win the main prize, you still won. You know, you have people listening to your music and like supporters gathering for you, like you're winning. Yeah, automatically. So you know, that's it, bro.
So how far away are we from an album?
Well, my EP Mob Ties is like an album. So you know, I already have my album. We just
a new album, a next album.
No, meaning I already have that new album. Yeah, so it's just to release it, bro. Yeah, it's just to release it. So
it's
I'm
done.
gonna tell you the release date. Yeah, come on, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
but you know we're always improving. We're always working. So yeah, but I have the songs. It's finished.
Are we getting that this year?
Yeah, we getting maybe even more than one. Yeah, and definitely we may be doing. We're not maybe doing. We're doing a collab album. Yeah, we're doing a collab album with an artist that's gonna spark a lot of fire. Remember, I tell you.
Sounds dope.
Yeah.
Listen, man, it's been a great conversation today. They say my interviews are hotter with Bayka.
Boy, if our boy ever call with that, hey, go for them.
SK Vibemaker.